And are we gonna begin this time? They're not gonna fake us up. Again, not gonna fake us out. Hakester has just said it was a leve. Two regiments of a dubious moral character here. Battle of the bandwagons. Who can get the bigger horses to carry them?
Alrighty.
Are we gonna see the victors in the 93rd with their melee carries, or the 60E
Possibly.
with their melee carries?
The battle of the carries. Or as the boy Windfly would say, the battle of the bandwagons. Let's see which bandwagon will go on top. And it looks like this guy's lagging out. No, Trix is back.
This hill has taken a lot of beatings so far, multiple shots into it from the 60E. They just don't understand the concept of geometry or first perspectives to clear the hill. Either or, don't know what that means. We're gonna see. This is a patented hill camping tactic by the 93rd. Gonna shoot straight into this hill.
Yep. Very great tactic from the 93rd. 60E hiding behind a hill. Currently the biggest engagement we've seen in quite a while, probably. I'd say one of the biggest line battles in quite a while since probably the NAPL final. Season 3. Hosted by I don't know who.
Oh, that was an FOL or something, probably.
Yep, that could
That was possibly something. I don't know what, but something did occur there.
Yeah.
Oh, they're gonna arc the bullets, I think. They're gonna get some canister, not canister, fucking round shot, arc it over this hill. I think you can do that, or is it actually just a line? I don't actually know. I haven't played RD in forever.
That is true. I haven't played that. Actually, no, I did play that last night, but that's not the only thing I was playing. Anyways, I've just been poked, and now my screen is completely on TeamSpeak. Rip.
Nice. Oh, look at the 93rd using their something to do something. Things are occurring. That's all we know right now. This looks like the strat from the 15th YR versus 72nd match. Let's camp for an hour and do absolutely nothing.
That is so true. But at least there's some rules to minimize the hill camping from a regiment, which is great for NA. Sorry, EUs.
See, the VL is really important to me here. 93rd will have to move from their hill at 5-3:00. I don't know what that means. It's a number.
I think he means the 53rd minute on the clock.
I can't see. There's the problem there. I can't read. Fireboy asking for a shout out. No, simply not.
I don't think he deserves a shout out. I don't know what
Fuck
he
that kid.
deserves a shout out.
Purplish also fuck that kid as well.
Yeah.
That's a good point by Fireboy there. Who is he? Great question.
That is some.
We're gonna see
good question.
We're gonna see some shooting here. We're gonna see some firing at an opposing line.
Possibly.
Possibly.
Both regiments very passive right now. No one wants to get into melee. Very close.
Oh, someone has lagged out. Someone's lagged. Let's check who this lagger outer is. It was Matt Bob.
Matt Bob.
He's dead. See you later,
A
kid.
two-name legend, Matt Bob. He has Matt and Bob in his name.
His server is ass, so that would explain a lot.
Can't blame him.
Revive him?
Revive?
I don't know if that's in the rules. Is that a lag out?
I don't think so.
We're gonna need our rules official in here.
I don't know who that person is because for some reason he can't spell subscribe correctly.
Oh, exactly.
His name is Kun, and I don't know what Kun means.
Oh, look at 93rd Captain John Sunderland, aka
Nick Cole.
Nick J. Cole. Cooney trying to get in my TS here. Jakester running a screen. Good for him. Good guy, Jakester.
Such a very passive match. Wow. 6 TS.
I gotta play a match soon. You know. Let's see if I can can ask that guy to back out as much as possible.
I don't think they need you. Who knows? Do they need you? That's a real question.
They're not the greatest ever, so perhaps they will. You know?
We'll see.
Oh, they're retreating.
And
Retreating from the
there's
bullets.
A big retreat. Here we go.
These two hills are just taking so much damage from each other. Like, they're gonna be really upset later on where they have to pay for their health care.
Oh yeah.
It's not a state-funded system. It's personal health care, like in the great American country. You see them line up again. Don't line up. Oh, just kidding, JK. They don't want to line up. Why would they? Just want to hide behind this hill. Beautiful. They don't want to push into Death Valley here, because that's considered not good.
Yeah. Very unhealthy.
They have a lot of hills here.
They're moving right. Who is leading in the front on the right? Let's see. We have Ensign Ramelon. A very not experienced. I almost said inexperienced. We're talking about me. I'm inexperienced, but a very experienced leader. Led some 63E companies, and I think he was a former second in command of the 60, but now he's facing on his former regiment. I can't be too sure about that, but who knows?
We gotta talk about the big player here. Recruit Guy of the 60 SLR.
Yes,
Tons of potential. Tons of potential.
Very experienced person in the European scene.
And we cannot leave out the one, the only, Recruit Tricks. Big up-and-comer on the NA scene. He's on all the tier lists.
Oh, yeah.
For at least upper comings, if not for his pure melee ability, but also his great RNG luckness, I'm gonna say. That's not even a word, but I'm gonna use it. He's very lucky using the great RNG that is melee. Everyone knows that RNG is great. The only skillful thing in this game is, of course, shooting, because it's pinpoint accurate. Once you put your crosshair on the person, they're dead. Just like CSGO, just like Call of Duty, just like Halo, just like other shooting titles. That's how it works. Oh, and we're gonna see movement back and forth like two saw blades in the desert. Oh, it looks like the 60 are making a move here. They're moving around to the flank of whatever the other regiment is called right now. The Nick Cole Regiment of Terror and Bandwagonry. Oh, are they going to run around a mutually exclusive point here? Just kidding. Back
and
into...
Irish reverses. And it looks like a possible shooting engagement, 93rd. No, and the 60E reverses once again, going away from the 93rd.
It could be that they are maneuvering, but it also could be that Irish is warming up his regiment. He doesn't want any quad tears here. He wants to warm up their thighs, warm up their calves. No stiffness in their movement when they get into the melee. Awful map, by the way, by Windlife. They couldn't have thought of that before, I guess. To clarify, it is not 5 minutes per hill. It is 5 minutes of camping in general. Guy, our on-site reporter, is reporting in, my ass cheeks hurt and my hand hurts. It's not good. Hopefully he's packed some Vaseline, so he doesn't have cracked hands.
At this point, there's really nothing been going on. Both sides have just been chilling around in a hill.
Oof. Jakester throwing down the law. 60 EU will have to move from those hills at 50 : 30. Still can't read, but I don't know. We're not even camping though. SMH goes Windflower 5 times.
Windflower.
Oh, James Gordon is asking, is this what NANWL is like, I'm assuming, because he missed a letter for 10 minutes. No contact. English not very good.
And the 93rd opening up some shots into the 60 SLR. 60 SLR going to shoot back. Finally, some shooting engagements. Let's see if the 93rd takes any casualties as they are moving out. 60 SLR continuing to shoot on the 93rd. 93rd looking to shoot back. Let's see if they shoot back, and they're going to shoot back. Let's see if any deaths happen in this next minute of engagement.
That is a very crooked line by the 60 SLR. It's almost like a hammer and sickle. Maybe they're a fan of communism. The world may never know.
Yeah. We'll figure it out. We'll see if any 60 SLR want to admit to their beliefs, but I don't think it'll happen.
It looks like they have to readjust the line so they cannot get shot. Hide behind the hill some more.
And now we have the regiment swapping hills. Will we see a repeat of the past 10 minutes of this first round?
That's a great question. I don't actually know the rules on this, but this could take about 97 minutes, depending on what occurs here. Oh, Fireboy looking for some movie recommendations. If anyone has some advice, please let him know on the forums. Oh, they're just gonna look at each other here. They're gonna gauge them using the power levels. It's like they're quite even. It's like Perfect Cell versus Super Saiyan Goku. Super Saiyan 2 Goku, actually. Not just regular Super Saiyan Goku. Oh, we have some movement from the 60E. They are moving into the Valley of Death.
And it looks like the 93rd looking to shoot onto the 60 SLR. 60 SLR going to take some shots.
Oh, the
93rd
first
are being
death.
forced to move from that hill. I wonder what's going to happen here. Puddlesworth going down from Colonies 22. And Colonies 22 getting slayed because of that kill.
Rules official. I don't know what's occurring, but something has occurred. Oh, when they're moving towards each other in a progressively close manner. Irish trying to grab a flank here. They are getting closer. Circling them like the great white shark. Oh.
60 SLR are going to take some shots into the 93rd. Missing some shots. 60 SLR going to reverse. 93rd going to chase. Might be a circle of death now.
It is a mutually congruent circle here.
And here we go. 60 SLR running away from the engagement. 93rd looking to shoot back. Forming up. Some shots are being taken. Now they're going to reform. Reverse from the 60 SLR. 93rd moving out.
And back into the tornado. Just kidding. Two parallel lines are happening. It's always good to see some math work in here. Parallel lines, also known as the best thing in mathematics since the invention of the slide rule.
Oh, I was thinking perpendicular lines. Maniac going down. What a big kill from Archer. One of the good melees of the 60 SLR. Just going down.
Was it planned? Was it just a spur of the moment play? We shall not know unless we get an interview with the 93rd, which may be possible, seeing as this may take 18 to 19 years.
Yep. But oh man, it is still 27v26. 13 minutes have gone past, and this is only round number 1 of this NANWL season 9? Nah, season 8. Week 4 match.
Season a lot. That's all we can say. And Jakester has ordered both regiments move towards each other. 93rd is moving in a direction somewhat sort of. 60E is also moving multiple man abreast. Just kidding. They're back into a line. Or more as a column. They're not actually in a line. I lied to you.
93rd about to get shot up here with this perpendicular line. But 60E does not take the chance to shoot. 93rd looking to close in the distance. And it's probably going to go down to melee. A break away from the 60 SLR. And they reverse. Let's see if the 93rd gets caught up with Irish's tactics, but they reverse back into Ramelon. Ramelon taking the front, and a couple of kills, big kills on Papa Bean and Swerp from Toucan and Aporta looking to shoot back, and they're running away. Vetro going down, Kate going down, Winters and Emo with big kills. Walter
that may have been an FOL. We gotta watch out here.
And let's see if he gets slayed. Walter might get slayed, former player to 15E, who managed to get to play to this match because of his 2-match ban, because of his reg switch.
Are we going to see a long-range shooting engagement between the two regiments? Yes, we will, actually. They're taking
the 60E might shoot. 93rd going to take some shots, moving out.
We're going to see them try to close on each other once more, have another broadside engagement, like two large battleships engaging each other. This is the Battle of Jutland here. Battleships engaging and nothing else is occurring. Back into stagnant lines. No forward progression towards each other.
93rd looking to waste all their shots. Running away. 6T SLR going on the chase.
Are we going to see a sort of close quarter engagement via melee eventually? Perhaps. Maybe they're just going to keep running around each other. They have all the time in the world, like two ballerinas. Circling each other's.
Ramelon getting outpaced by Irish there for a second. That could have been costly for the 93rd. And a reverse back to, I believe, Yoshi. Is that my boy Yoshi leading the front? Yoshi is leading the front of the 6T SLR currently right now. And they're moving out on Yoshi.
Oh, Purplish being very hurtful towards Fireboy. Using his full Christian name. Dale.
And here we go. 6TE might shoot up on the 93rd as they're going uphill. Reverses onto Yoshi. Yoshi in the front. Let's see what happens here. 93rd might get caught. Yoshi gonna take some shots.
Sanders goes down. That's a big kill.
And now they're gonna try to outshoot each other. Here's the first big shooting engagement of tonight. 6T SLR with the big upper hand, outshooting the hell out of the 93rd. 93rd trying to bring it back, but they're down 6 men. And now it's melee. And that could have been a possible.
That could have been SOL.
But let's see if the referee calls it. It's a 7-man advantage for the 6T SLR. Down goes Nick Cole. Ramelon with some kills, 2v2 trade. 6T SLR with a big team kill, but they keep on trading. 6-man advantage still for the 6T SLR. Let's see if the 9 could bring it back. Bill with some big plays, killing a couple of people from the 6T SLR. But Yoshi with a double kill. Big kills from Yoshi.
Bill has gone down, Ramelon has gone down, lots of good meleeers have gone down for the 93rd so far. Will they be able to pull it back? It does not look likely. 10v2, not impossible, but not the greatest terms. 10v1, and it does look like the 60 will be able to confirm the round in their favor, only taking 17 minutes. If at this pace, it will only take 3 hours for this match to finish. I don't think anyone has anything to do tonight. But so cannot confirm.
2 hours and 10 minutes is the pace of tonight's match so far, based off this first round.
Can you count it? It's 2 hours and 50 minutes, but it's okay.
You sure about that? 17 times 10 rounds, correct? 17 times 10 is 107. No way, you
170,
got me. You got me.
Which is so mathematics does help. Mathematics is important for life, supposedly.
Damn, I really just got outsmarted, and I'm Asian.
Oh, look it! It looks like the 93rd are taking the fight to the 60E SLR, moving towards them in a progressively close manner. Oh, they're just gonna charge them across the way.
Oh no. Nick has enough of the 6T SLR tactics.
Oh, they're gonna try to run away! Will they be able to escape the grasp of the 93rd? Just kidding, they're gonna move back into a tail chase, it looks like. Oh, just kidding, they're gonna charge each other. Keep trying to work towards the melee, it looks like. It's a decent strategy. It does look like the 93rd has more skilled meleeers of decent variety and decent skill.
What a good shot from Emo Celestia of the 93rd. This is much more closer engagements than the first round, as in the first round both regiments were very passive towards each other. 93rd actually taking the initiative and going aggressive on the 60 SLR, trying to close the distance, as Irish tends to kind of outlead a lot of people in this community. Some may disagree, some may agree, but currently it shows, as I believe they are currently on top of the leaderboard for Season 8, League 1 of NANWL.
A bit strange that Ramelon would give up the high ground overlooking the 60 SLR so easily, but now he's moved back towards it. Oh, he's going down to low ground to trade. Will he allow it? Will they get kills?
Some big kills. Here's some reverse call from Irish. And a lot of the shots of the 93rd has been taken. Will the 60 SLR take advantage of it? Or will the 93rd reign supreme in this round?
A bit of a strange decision there. But the back of the line does have shots. Will they take them? No, they won't, because they're running away. They do not have a good chance to score. Oh, but they're all bunched up right now. Will they be able to break the back of the line? There we go. All spread out. Will
60 wasting some shots.
93rd will the NR
take advantage?
Will the 93rd get it there? That's pretty much what they are. They are the NR4 / NR whatever the fuck they are 8 LG.
Understandable. Oh, 93rd taking all their shots and missing them all. 6TE SLR going to close in. Here we go. 6TE SLR with one big kill, and now they're being moved out. 3 kills
Okay.
onto the 6TE, but some 6TE do still have their shots. I don't know if 93rd even got any of their reloads.
They don't. That's scary. Not a lot of them have shots here. Well, they're trying to get into melee combat. They're just letting them get reloads and free reloads. Oh, the 93rd. They're just getting out geometry here, pretty much. Outshot.
Yep.
Out everything. Their fucking schooling is going very poorly.
Nick, very far from his line. I don't think that's a good idea for Nick to go grab that musket, because if Ramlon does need to reverse, Nick is very far from his line to do pretty much possibly anything. But actually, he manages to do something interesting. His line manages to catch up to him.
Oh, and we see it. The 93rd are adopting more of a shooting style here. They're down so many players. 4 players is a lot of people. Nearly 10% of their line is dead. Or 20%, I should say, is dead.
6TE wasting 4 shots there. 93rd trying to break away to minimize a casualty there. Or maybe 2 or 3 or 4. Unless 5 somehow. Who knows? Who knows? Could they hit a collateral in this fucking game? That'd be something new.
Looks like they're just gonna force them off this hill. Perhaps they're gonna force them to keep moving. Are the 93rd. 6TE are very comfortable keeping their distance here. They are out shooting them like crazy.
93rd looking to take some shots, missing 4. Reverse. Nope, actually, they're actually moving on the left. Never mind.
Does seem like Ramelon does not favor the high ground very often. He's trying to use the tactical low ground to headbutt the bullets back into the enemies. Not a terrible idea if your noggins are very thick. But we have to see if this 6TE will be able to pull this round out. 6 minutes are nearly elapsing, 5.5 really, into this round. Lots of running around. Their quads are ginormous from this round so far.
Only the second round of tonight's Lion Battle. On average, 20 minutes will probably be at halftime at this point, but right now we are just currently in the second round of this week 4th match between the 93rd and the 6T SLR League 1 and NANWL season number 8.
Just ask, will I be able to make our match? That is a great question.
Will Dan the Chef make his match at 10 p.m. Eastern? We'll figure it out once we get closer to that time. Ramelon holding his line. 1 shot's been taken. 6T reverses. 6TE looking to take some shots back. 1 person from the 93rd has been hit. And now we have a shooting engagement. Both sides are formed up. Stationary targets. But currently the 93rd cannot afford to trade. 93rd actually running back, taking a casualty right there. Papa Bean getting popped by generic name. And the 93rd trailing back to head glitch the 6TE. 6TE also does the same thing and tries to head glitch the 93rd. (20v20) Russia favors 6T SLR. 5-man advantage. 93rd. 5 men down. Gonna be hard to come back down 5 members of your regiment, but anything is possible. We've seen it all been done before. 1v like 20 something from Nick Cole. Managed to do that in a public event a couple years back.
Will we see the first melee of this round? Hopefully.
Running away from the 6TE. 6TE gonna try to take, actually no, 93rd trying to take some shots onto the 6TE, but they run away. The 6TE runs away, but now they're back. Let's see if Irish decides to shoot here. Actually no, that's Yoshi in the front. Irish in the front now. Reverses back to Yoshi. And what a shot from Yoshi Mariachi. I don't even know if that's his name, but it looks like Mariachi. 2 kills right there from the 60E. Now down 7, the 93rd. 60E SLR continuing to move. The 93rd about to get their ankles broken, possibly. Who knows? Ramelon in the front currently trying to lead the 93rd back into this round. Down 7 people. 9 minutes almost have passed by this round. And it's still 25v18. 9 minutes into the round. 6TE looking to take some shots into the 93rd. What a kill from Generic Name as the line is moving, taking out Godrod. 8 people down now is the 93rd. 93rd looking to close the gaps possibly here.
It does look like they're trying to get into the closer combat.
93rd going to form
Brave.
up. Ramlon's just going to let the form up.
Oh, and then 6TE vacate the hill, trying to use some head glitching potential here.
And Irish going to try to head glitch. Down goes Ghost Pig, down goes Creed. 6TSLR now with the shooting advantage with a lot of more muskets than the 93rd. 93rd trying to bring it back in the shooting. Down 9 people now. Down 10, double digits here. Oh my god, 6TSLR just out shooting the 93rd. And down goes more 93rd. 22v9. Anything is still possible. Ramallah, Montoy, James, Archer, Mary, Nick, Cole, Matt, Lord, Swarp, and Sanders are still up. And down goes 2 more people. Down goes Ramallah and Mary. And here we go. Are we going to get into melee? 22v7.
Yes, we will. Down goes Archer.
Vetro with a kill on Patrick. 21v6. But it looks like the 93rd are not going to recover from these early casualties in the round. 21v1. Sanders, can he do it? And down goes Sanders. 2-0 in favor of the 6TSLR. And that round has increased in its time. Actually, no, it's improved in its time by 7 minutes. That round taking nearly 10 minutes.
This is going extremely well for the 60 SLR. They're just able to outmaneuver and frankly outplay the 93rd at the moment, utilizing all of the advantages that they have. Will we be able to see some breakout stars here in this match? Someone like Jeff. I know he has the ability, he has the skill. Will he be able to utilize it?
Puba goes down with the 93rd. 2 kills for the 60 SLR to warm up here, killing Puba and a big kill on Havoc. Havoc, one of the better players of the 60, not 60E, the 93rd. And here we go, Irish possibly going to shoot. 93rd maybe going to take some casualties. 60 SLR going straight into, no, not melee. 93rd going straight into the 60 SLR. 93rd looking to shoot a couple clumps here. 93rd could take advantage, but Irish reverses it back to him.
Oh,
and with 93rd possibly going straight into melee.
They 93rd are charging
chasing down. And Nick is very far ahead of his line. He could
away.
get slayed for this ramble possibly.
You don't know. They've split the line.
And here we go.
They are into melee.
Melee. Straight into melee, 27v25. That could have been a possible Rambo from Nick, but it looks like the referees do not really see that as a Rambo. 93rd with the upper hand in the melee currently, taking out 2 people, 3 people now, but they still are down 2 people in the melee. Yoshi with a big TK right there, but this 93rd is out here bringing it back to the 6T SLR. And 2 big kills right there. One actually being a team kill on Matlord, but the 6T SLR are bringing it back to the 93rd. Big kills from Wall and Whalefish, but the 93rd with some kills back towards the 6T SLR.
It does look like the 6TE and the 93rd are equally matched here. They're taking a lot of trades. 6TE have the advantage at the moment. They have to work back together. They're very spread out. Have to start pulling people away from the lines.
And it looks like the 6TE are doubled their numbers, currently 10v4, 9v4 now, but can they pull it out? The 93rd, a possible clutch situation here, 3v8 Sanders with 2 big kills on Puggles and Toucan, and they're looking to try to shut down Sanders now, because Sanders can manage to do this. If they do not shut down Sanders, then it's over.
6TE have realized that they have to work together here. There is a lot of clutch potential. Sanders pulling 6 or 5,
and
I can count.
He goes down. 1v6 situation. Nick Cole, He's done it before. He's clutched these situations before. Can he do it in the big time situation right now? 1v6 situation. And down goes Yoshi. Oh my god. A big T kill for Yoshi, but he gets...
Nickel could not pull it out, even with that TK. 4 people surviving that round. It was a good start. They've looked a lot better than the last previous rounds. They're also speed running at this line battle now, it looks like. They've had enough of those 20-minute rounds and 17-minute rounds. They want to get this done quickly as possible. They want to get into melee. They see that they're getting outlet at the moment. They just want to get this over with and see if they're able to win the melees. Very close. They just have to stay together. They're getting picked apart one by one because they were spreading out. Let's see if they're able to in this round.
3-0 in favor of the 60E SLR. And that was probably the quickest round of all tonight. Will it be like that again, or will the 93rd go back to a passive type of leading style?
Oh, it looks like they have acquired a hill for purchase.
93rd looking to shoot the 60 SLR from a distance.
Just kidding, they're moving into closer ranges here. They don't want to use the artillery, they want to use their muskets. They want to get up close and personal, perhaps use the melees. Russian Fury asking, can you ban someone? Hopefully you can. Server's laggy as fuck. Hopefully we can get that rectified for our match later as the VL. That would be appreciated. 93rd wasting all their shots into the hill. It's on low HP now. It may go down soon. We will have to see. Oh, and the 93rd readjusting. Will we get into a shooting match? 93rd has the head glitching advantage here.
Big kill on Jeff. 2 men down for the 93rd. 60E actually losing 1 person to disconnection, and now the 93rd trying to bring it back into shooting. 60 SLR still up 1 person in this shooting engagement. Predator with a big kill on Anakin. Aporta killing God Rod, and 60 SLR with some big kills right there, but it is still close shooting engagement. 93rd actually bringing back balance, except Havoc does go down right there. Back to balance. 20v20, Emo Celestia with the kill on YOLO Swag, and now the 93rd are actually putting in some very big shots into the 60 SLR. 60 SLR had enough of this, just retreating from this engagement.
The tactical low ground has finally worked in a game. It shows that this game is truly random. There's no skill-based aspects to this game, just like in Hold Fast. Who would have thunk it? After all these years, we've finally been able to see that this game is completely and truly random.
Yep.
Will the 60E try and keep their distance here, or will they move into a closer orbit around the 93rd? We will have to see. These rounds are getting action-filled so far. Will they continue to be this way? We will have to check this out. They're moving towards each other now. Or I should say the 60E is moving towards the 93rd. The 93rd is trying to reposition onto the hill near their spawn. And the roles are now reversed, but the 60E does not want to get into that engagement here. Oh, the 93rd are very exposed on their hill. Will they move? Yes, they will.
What a kill from Sample onto Matlord. 60E, the 93rd looking to run away and try to reform, trying to get better angle on the 60E. 60E is going to reform themselves as well, trying to minimize the casualties, as this might be the first time at tonight's line battle where they're actually down people. 93rd with a crooked line, but Emo landing his shots. Very big kills from Emo Celestia coming out tonight. 8 and 3 on the scoreboard, and it's just Emo Celestia at its finest. A very veteran person in the game who that just randomly showed up in 2018 just to play with the 93rd.
You will have to see. The 93rd do have the 3-man advantage at the moment. The hills are taking a lot of damage from each regiment. They're on low HP. Will they finally go down? We will yet to see. Oh, and the 93rd are tactically repositioning away from the 60E SLR. Will we be able to see a flank? Uba goes down.
From Plate Hawk. Very hard angle to hit that, and now they are just up 2 players to 93rd. Slowly, then 60 SLR is just cutting the gap of like the men down they are.
looks like these 60E are also not playing their full lineup. It looks like they've left out two very important players, Raphael and Sons. For what reason, we do not know at this current moment. Maybe it is an attitude issue, maybe it's a contract type issue. Creamer goes down, his computer just couldn't handle it. Maybe his internet access just not good enough. He needs to get a better job, needs to go to college. Stay in school, kids. It's very important.
Ouch. 93rd. Oh man.
Oh,
Now only up one person after Creamer creams his computer.
Dodge saying he got demoted, probably for the better.
And a tactical retreat from the 93rd. 60E taking some shots in the 93rd. 60E is just, they might take these shots as Nick's just running his line straight into them, but they're getting the reloads. Here we go. Both sides have their shots. Now it's just whoever takes them might have the upper advantage, or they might just miss them all and just lose the round. Both sides know that, so they are scared to shoot. Actually, Irish taking his shot, but it's only just Irish, not the whole regiment. 93rd looking to shoot back. One shot has been taken from each line.
Very underrated player for the 60E here is a Mr. Patrick, Recruit Patrick. Big potential. He's on all the up-and-coming lists. Rather big wage he was paid to get onto the team, but we will have to see how he performs in these coming rounds. Oh, and it looks like the 93rd get two big kills here on Cake and Maniac.
Maniac just getting murked by Archer. Some former USMC members just murking each other right there. And it looks like this 93rd up 4 people now in this shooting engagement. 60E looking to try to take it back with some shooting. And here's a reverse call from the 93rd back to... And it looks like the 93rd is going to shoot back. And Ramelon in the front. Here we go. Montoya missing his shot. 60 SLR with 4 shots to even out the scoreboard. And Ghost Pig and Predator with 2 kills. 4 kills back comes...
Oh, that may have been an FOL. That's big.
11v7. Let's see. Here we go. A couple swords coming out from the 93rd. And
that was a big team kill.
Big team kill from Nicole. Down goes Wiki and Yoshi with some big kills. Now we have a sword battle between Emo Celestia and Whalefish. Some 2 possible native members. Oh my god. Some kicks from Whalefish just wailing himself into Emo going down. Bob Milk getting some 2 kills right there on Archer and Ghost Pig.
It looks like this is a 3v6 scenario. They have to work together here just to avoid the good old clutch scenario.
And up is Bob. Actually, Bob goes down. Irish, the EU clutch potential master. Who knows?
We will have to see here. They have to up down him correctly, which they cannot do right now. There you go.
Down he goes. First round on the scoreboard coming in for the 93rd. Round number 4 has commenced. And now we are on the final round of the first half of this 10-round matchup.
It does look like the 93rd have finally figured out a strategy to effectively take down the 60E SLR. They're using the strategy also known as outshooting them, using this game's beautiful shooting mechanics to gain their advantage. As we know, this game is only filled with skill-based mechanics, 0 RNG into it.
Definitely 0 RNG.
Oh, Midnight is accusing the spectators of lagging the server. Not that it was lagging before everyone got in here or anything, but it's okay. It's okay to blame other people for your lack of knowledge and skills.
It's a weird question coming up from Midnight, as like he's hosted many events in the past that have like 200 people, but for some reason those servers tend to like hardly lag, but you know, it's whatever.
It's okay, man. He's just a very smart and educated person with a huge scholarship potential going into his college years. And there goes down Montoya.
Toy.
He is a big part of the Dream Team, also known as the Dream Team. It only has one name and it does not possess any others, surprisingly. And it looks like the 93rd are taking their camping abilities to another level. They're moving into USMC potential area.
Oh, USMC, one of the masters of the Hill campus. I enjoyed USMC's Hill camps, obviously, because I mean,
Is
who knows?
is Nick Cole playing the part of Karth in this scenario? We will have to see.
Taking some shots into the 60 SLR. 60 SLR looking to close the distance as the 93rd takes their shots. And here we go. Some possible reload out of lines from the 93rd. Will we see the 93rd get warned for those reload out of lines? I don't know.
Oh, we are seeing just a masterclass here of
Sanders with a
maneuver
big kill on
warfare.
Eastern Fox.
Eastern Fox, very highly rated by the community as a whole. He's on all the lists, just like my friend and co-commentator here, Glenn, being at an 82 better than Predator, and every other terrible person in the NW community. And we're going into a broadside encounter here.
Oh my, a couple FOLs possibly from the 60 SLR right there. 93rd going to reverse it back into Nick Cole. Nick Cole taking the front, reversing it back to Ramelon. Ramelon taking the front of the line. And here we go, 93rd Ramelon trying to take some shots possibly. Let's see. And they're just holding their fire, getting some reloads, trying to buy some valuable time as now it's 24v24. Irish looking to take some shots back into the 60.
There goes
and
Sanders. There goes Sanders. Will they get more kills? No, they won't. They're going to hold their fire. They're going to wait and use the hill for head glitching potential here. Is it really advisable that they do not take shots there? I do not know. I'm not the leader here. We may have to have a post-game interview with a Mr. Irish to get his feelings on that thing. But two more go down for the 93rd, but they have equalized. It's just a broadside here, exchanging fire rapidly and with vigor.
Big kills coming in from the 60 SLR. Up 5 people now in the shooting engagement. 93rd need to find something out of their will because they are just getting shot up into pieces from the 60 SLR. It was like 24v24. Now it's down to 20v14 by 10 kills from the 60 SLR just shooting. 60E readjusting their line, trying to fix it up, and possibly trying to shoot into the 93rd again as they do have the 6-man number advantage.
It's just not advisable that they're going into these engagements without a head glitching equalization. At least they're just getting head glitched to death. They're shooting the hills in front, getting those hills very low on HP, but the humans are perfectly okay behind them. Oh, and we're gonna run into parallel lines. They're taking their 3rd grade math classes here, figuring out 3rd grade geometry. What are shapes? What are parallel lines? What is a compass, and why can't I stab my classmate with it? Great questions, all answered by your 3rd grade teachers, usually. Maybe not the last one, because some of them are just not as good as others. Oh, and it looks like Ramelon is sticking right next to the 60E line here.
I don't know if the 60 or the 93rd want to get into melee with the 60 as they're down 6 men. They may have players such as Emo and Nick still up. However, the 60 does have players such as Yoshi Maniac, Wall, Anthony still up for them that could easily carry them into the melee. And the 93rd taking some shots into 60. 60 holding their line, looking to shoot back. Will they take any of their shots? Irish taking his shot. And now they are moving. 7 men down is the 93rd.
We will have to see if they are going to utilize any shooting. They're going to give up the high ground here. I don't know if that's advisable. They're going to the tail chase. Big thing here, Snake v Snake, it looks like. 2 lines chasing each other. Oh, and they're clumping up here a little bit. 60, you have to readjust. 93rd are going parallel again with the 60E. Trying to gain a hill advantage, a height advantage. They already have the length advantage.
Yoshi
goes
being in the
down.
middle of the line. That is not OA because he was in the middle of their line.
That is a good kill. Oh, controversial.
Oh, interesting.
Controversial.
Play there.
That's a good point. He was in the line. He should get revived. Oh, and it looks like the 93rd are trying to approach the 60. Was he not revived? Question mark. If that was,
I think he was revived. That was a interesting call from Russian Fury there. That could be a topic of conversation tonight, as matches big like these tend to have meetings after because there's a lot of egos there.
Egos that are very large, just like in
Yep.
Guardians of the Galaxy. Ego is a very large man, just like that. And the 93rd trying to gain a distance just to run away from the bullets, trying to outrun the bullets with their quads of steel here. Pinoy predicting a 9-1 defeat for the 93rd. That is possible. Anything is possible, actually, in this engagement. Oh, Jay's predicting 10-0 for the 63. They did get a 10-0 against probably someone. There's been a lot of leagues on a lot of 93rd teams and regiments, so probably a 10-0 has occurred sometime. Oh, this may take forever. I may miss my match. This is going to be really unfortunate for the VL against their opponents, the 54th here. This is going to suck because I really want to play that match. There goes generic name, the most generic of names. Oh, and it looks like Irish is approaching the 93rd finally. He's done with running away from the 93rd bullets. Will they chase each other across the map? We will yet to see. Nope, the 93rd is turning to shoot. They have no bullets, though. They all have to reload. And it looks like the 6TE and 93rd are into a parallel chase. Following a mythical opponent. Oh, they get a few shots off. They only get one kill. Meme Star.
And here's the shooting gate. Ooh, Whalefish just going down from James. But
There goes.
my 6TE is just, wow, a blatant FOC from Nick. Will he get slayed? Just straight up FOC. Surprised he hasn't been slayed yet. And he might just go down right here. Down he goes. 16v2. Anything is still possible with Emo Celestia still up, because Emo Celestia, he could manage to do this. Ricky running away, Emo Celestia looking to engage here. Straight down he goes from Anakin.
Wiki, a transplant from the 6TE into the 93rd, goes down via his old regimente.
Oh man, 4-1.
Oh, we have quite a few spectations here. Pretty good to see that the super hyped match of the century has a few people watching it.
93rd, my god, down 4-1. Still winnable for them, but they're going to have to win this whole half. 5 straight rounds. Is that possible? It's been done before, but could it happen? Not as likely as if they were taking on a weaker side, but the 60 SLR is just a very strong side to like manage to choke 5 rounds in a row.
That is a good question. And it looks like Irish is not afraid of using the hill to his advantage. Oh my goodness, it may take 18 to 19 years here. And it looks like we're just gonna take our sweet time in a long range artillery battle to the death. Hope that hill both hills have absorbed a few shots.
23-28. An even match appeared as Kate just goes down. My god, this match. 46 minutes into this match, only the 5th round.
This is almost as bad as the 15th YR versus 72nd, which had a 55-minute round. It's almost as bad. It's just spread out over a larger duration. 93rd with a man advantage. Raphael and the Kamul still in the spectation spot. As I said before, it could have been an attitude problem, contract problem. Anything, actually. We have no information on that. We may have to ask our on-the-site reporter, Recruit Guy, who may have information about that. Another man not brought up in the discussion for being an absolute terror is Lance Corporal Puba. He's known for his something. He's known for something, probably.
And you might be left to your own right now, as I do have to ref a match that you should be playing, but
I should be playing in.
Calling this match.
If you could so kindly stall as long as possible, that would be very nice.
I don't know if I'm able to.
If they have less than 10 people ask for them to reschedule, that would be very nice.
It's actually a week. Is it a week 4 or a week 5 match?
It's always good to ask, and we can see each regiment running into parallel lines like two pieces in a chessboard, two rooks on a chessboard on opposite files. I just got asked to send news. No, thank you. And the 93rd Guard going to melee. That was an FOL! And he goes down immediately. One more should be FOL, it does look like, killing Havoc. Jax, TKing Archer, nothing was lost there. Nothing of value was lost. And it looks like the 60 are getting the better of the exchanges, but 93rd are clawing back, but they're getting bad TKs here. They're losing a lot of men to the TKs, and the 60 are just mopping up the 93rd. They're all separated. Jay, Killer Me start bringing back a few kills here. 3-minute advantage for the 60 SLR. Oh, Jeff 1v1 with a Vetro. Oh, they're just spread all over the place like butter on toast. They have to work together. It's very important for the 93rd right here, as they are down. But will they be able to? They're having trouble blocking swords because they're not used to more than 2 directions at once. And the 60 have taken the definitive lead in this engagement. 2v12. Will we be able to see the W come out for the 60E SLR? I would hope so. If they throw this, that would be a rather bad. Swarp running away, trying to get back to his teammate, Mr. Sandars. Very highly rated. There goes down Sanders. Swarp forced back into the melee, and there he goes down. 5-1 for the 60 SLR. That is unfortunate. Timeout, timeout. Bean has requested. Seems like their strategies are not working. Not live. Calling for the timeout. Pause has been called. This may take forever, but you never know. This could also take 0 times. Ask for a co-commentator to step up. Let us see. No one, it looks like. Very, very nice. Very nice. I have to do this by myself. Alone, afraid, in a show. You have Mr. Gee, 123 ping at the moment, 2 and 0.
Hello?
Hello, Mr. Gee. Hello. How is our on-the-field reporter doing?
It's 3 AM right now. I want to go to bed. My ass is hurting.
It's not good. How are your hands? Have you utilized some Vaseline to heal them, perhaps?
Oh yeah, I'm Vaselined up. Like I
Very
covered
good.
my entire body in Vaseline before this.
Very good. How's your household? Is it covered in Vaseline as well, like the slug that you are?
What? Okay, I'm not staying here for that kind of attitude, Dan.
It appears my co-commentator Glenn has gone to the match that I'm supposed to be at right now. So this should be interesting.
I'm gonna go back before they get angry that I'm muted in TeamSpeak.
So have fun. You are winning. Can you give me one more comment on it?
It's taking fucking forever.
This is almost...
I gotta mute now.
Oh, have fun. And it does appear I am here for the long haul by myself. alone afraid, as I said before, not necessarily naked, though that show is weird, so we cannot comment on that any further. Perhaps we can acquire a co-commentator, perhaps we can actually go to our match that we're scheduled for. That would be nice. 4 rounds in 9 minutes, that would be completely doable if these were 2 normal regiments, but they are not. They are favored with the shooting aspect of the musket. Let me tell my commander the strategy that he should utilize so I can actually get in play. And it looks like they're going to utilize the hill camping strategy, but the 60 are pushing towards the 93rd. Looks like they have nothing to fear here. They have realized that they possess skills in both aspects of this game, shooting and the melee. Their luck is on their side in both aspects. Tactical low ground here for the 93rd. Oh, and they have to break the back of their line here, spread out. That one shot was big. They equalized on the deficit. 27 to 27. And it looks like we're just going to get into a bit of a tail chase, a bit of running. Oh, just kidding. 60E have posted up behind a hill, utilizing the best aspect of the game. Shots straddling the 93rd column whilst they run. Oh, it looks like Ramon is getting his men to shoot. I don't know if I would have shot there, considering they could not see everyone. Someone just got stabbed by a comrade there. It's not good. Always make sure you press your X or rebinded key so you do not have melee mode on. Very important, very good to hear, very good to do. Someone, Predator, it looks like, had some message, some sort of disability maybe, I don't know. Could not follow directions there. Getting contacted by my commandant. Superior head glitching for the 60 SLR there. And it looks like they're gonna keep running away. Actually, they're gonna utilize the hill to their advantage here. Gonna keep shooting. The hills have taken a lot of damage due to the incessant shots into them. They're gonna be very angry when their premiums go up to the Sand Doctor. But the 60E are looking like they want to maneuver around the 93rd's ranks, or rank I should say. There's only one of them. We're not in a hardcore line battle here. We're just in a regular 1v1. And it looks like we're going to keep running around a mutually congruent point here. They're not going to cross at all. They are not two sine waves. They are two straight lines, never crossing into the melees. Kamul is asking, what is the score going to end up? 7-3, 8-2, or 9-1? Great question. It could be anything. Risk is staking his name on 8-2. He's known to be wrong in the past. Will he be wrong in the future as well? Probably. Most people get wrong sometimes in their life, because being wrong is something that occurs sometimes. Surprisingly. No one is infallible. There goes Sanders, down by Warfighter Creed. Looks like the 60 SLR are just picking apart the low ground based 93rd. Tactical low ground not working into the advantage of the 93rd here. From their perch on top of the hill, the 60E are just taking out the 93rd. Emo accusing them of having their faces memorized. Well, usually if you get shot so many times, someone's bound to die. That's decently alright at melee. Dom got shot in first person. It's the first real experience he's had due to the fact that he's a robot. It's not good. His AI programming may not be the best, but he's a decent and EDM loving robot. I don't think that's really surprising, considering EDM is the spawn of computers, like Dom's brothers and sisters. And the 60E are finally closing on the 93rd. Anthony goes down via Nick Bowl here. Will the 93rd get one more reload in before the 60E forces their hand? We will have to see. It looks like Irish is calling out an FOL. I have no idea what happened there. I wasn't really paying too much attention. And will we see two more parallel lines occurring? Yes, we will. Emo trashing Suns and praising Raph, as you should. Because midgets can't be trusted in the world. Predator fighting the good fight, trying to make this game as fair as possible. The Outcast Regiment asking for every excuse in the book to gain a fair and balanced game. I don't know. Maybe, perhaps. They just want a free rule break exception here. And the 93rd are getting chased by the bears of the 60E SLR. The 93rd are the salmon. The 60E are the big brown bears in the stream. .60E cannot catch some of the jumping salmon, but we shall see. There to catch a fill for the winter. Yoshi continuing on with the pressing attack of the 93rd, but he gets the reverse call. So they're going to run it around and head glitch on the hill, as you do when your regiment has muskets and you do not want to use the other aspect at the front of your gun. 93rd do not want to engage in close combat here. They have the disadvantage by a lot. We will be able to see if this game ends quickly, or will it take 15 3/4 of 1 year? Six TE are using a bit of geometry. Their third grade textbooks are covering this section. They're trapping them into the corner so they can actually attack one day. Nicole trying to utilize the ridge ahead of him for his advantage here. We will have to see if that is going to happen. If it's not, we will also have to see, I guess. Oh, and the 93rd are taking the advantage here. They're getting decimated, though. Oh, and they go right into the melee. Tactical lower ground did work out in that one scenario. The only one. 60 are just slaughtering the remnants of the 93rd. And there goes Ramelon. Very good round for the 60 SLR. Mr. Doje, as a Grenadier, has 3 kills. Vetro, Mr. Truck himself, has 3 as well. And Nick Bowl has 3. culminating in 9 between 3 people, also known as 3 average. It's 6-1. Okay. This may take forever. Oh, is it? I don't know what it is. Great question. It is 6-1, I guess. 7 rounds have been played. I am still talking to myself because I cannot acquire a co-commentator at the moment. Oh, and it looks like the 60E want to take the fight directly to the 93rd. Oh, and it looks like they have dressed the line. Just kidding, they're not going to use the head coaching spot. They're going to move into the open to try and flank the enemy. 60E are already at the high ground, though. They're going to stop and utilize the head coaching potential of that spot. But the 93rd also have a head coaching spot of their own. And the 60E are running directly into it. Maybe I may have wanted to shoot a little more there. That's just personal preference. Looks like, oh, the 93rd are into the close combat area, also known as melee. Will the 60E go directly into melee as well? That was an FOL, it looks like. There it goes down. Multiple members of the 93rd immediately. 60E are just outclassing them in the melee. It is a 5-man advantage for the 60E at the moment. Pulling 2 is a Mr. Winters. Will that be enough for his team to work back together and work on finishing the 60E SLR? It does look like it. Very close at the moment. Slight advantage for the 60E of 3 men. They're going to keep needing men to pull members away from the fight and work back together, but they're not. They're getting separated and destroyed. Oh, Archer taking one out, taking another out is Ghost Pig. Down goes Jax, down goes Archer. 3v a lot in the corner. 2v1. Just kidding, 1v1 for Mr. Nicole. A big TK for Ghost Pig there. And it is 1v6 for Mr. Nicole. Not unheard of, but certainly difficult. Sword v sword in a up-down game. We shall have to see. Nicole, not a fan of blocking, it looks like. Down goes Yoshi. And it looks like he is hitting a lot of men, but he goes down to the down stab of Mr. YOLO Swag, who is rated extremely high on the Havoc and whoever's company's melee list if you have not seen it. 7-1. It looks like Risk may have been right here, but it may be also 9-1. Seems like they're not getting even close to winning rounds. Generic name saying the men are wavering. I don't know if he's referring to himself or the enemy here. It could be both. Could be that the 60E are just so good at crushing their foes that they're deserting for a better challenge.
I have returned.
It appears Guy has returned, so I'm not talking to myself any longer.
Where'd it go?
He's not commentating. He's refereeing the match I'm supposed to be at the moment because your match has gone so long.
Rest in peace.
I really wanted to go to this match as well, but they're just gonna hill camp. It looks like, and I'm gonna waste even more time not going to the match I really want to go to help the VL, my regiment, claim victory. Predator has gone down to either his rage of a special needs 3.5-year-old or his internet, which he cannot afford because he lives in New Jersey. Either or is the case probably. And the 60 are just targets in a shooting gallery. Are just the target shooters in a shooting gallery. 93rd are the targets, of course. It just looks like it's D-Day all over again.
Just charging.
It's just D-Day. The Germans...
Just charging them. Damn.
The Germans of the 60 SLR there. The 93rd were the Americans. Big FOL by Sanders. Taking out Oberist. Irish. Good kill. I would have recommended someone like Midnight, but it's okay. Oh, and Dom perfectly baiting.
Midnight would have been a good target there.
baiting the perfect kick into a Walter. Oh, Dom has
Something
won these
tells me
before.
this is going to be a salty one, Dan.
Who would have thunk it?
There might be some fire on the forums after this.
As you do when you run away for 15 and a half rounds straight via both teams, but it's okay. And it looks like the 93rd want to get this over with. They've heard my pleas that I want to get to my match immediately and promptly. Last round, of course. Please, I would hope that they run towards the enemy rather quickly. Spec in spectator. Good to hear that he's spectating.
Mr. Jamie apparently needing a shit.
That's a good point. He probably should have installed, you know, a toilet under his computer.
A toilet sofa I've seen a couple of.
Oh, it looks like the 93rd are utilizing the head coaching potential of the hill that they're on. As you do in this game, because shooting is the most broken aspect I've ever seen in my life. It is completely skill-based, of course, because you put your cursor and the bullet goes somewhere there. Oh, it looks like the hill in front of the 93rd is taking massive damage.
What a shot.
Looks like Irish is doing something. It looks like he's charging. The Germans have become the 93rd. Just kidding. It's into a shooting engagement with the 93rd at an angle.
Looks like 93rd are going to win this.
Just as you say it, the 60E, I've taken it back. Their scouter levels are much higher than the 93rd. They are Goku, and the 93rd is Vegeta at this present moment. Do not move in line, Risk says. Where has he been for the first portion of this match?
Quite an interesting formation. The 93rd line is. It's kind of an S. Well, it's not anymore.
Oh, it's almost like a banana, maybe a sickle. Maybe they have communist ties.
I'd say. Perhaps two bananas connected together, pointing in different directions.
That could be the case here.
Description.
Oh, and Yoshi getting killed with a pistol. Just for the BM of it, it looks like. He does not want to pick up a musket, and the 93rd are charging at the very many man disadvantage here.
Point blank there.
Looks like the 60E SLR are just gonna clean up the 93rd.
I mean, this should be a clutch from the 93rd. Dom and Ramelon.
Dom has gotten one kill. Ramelon, one via many. And Ramelon goes down. Just one quick statement to make. I really want to fucking say I hate the 93rd and 60E for making me late to my match, so thank you. Thank you for co-commentating with me, Glenn and Guy, even though Glenn is not here.
Yeah, no problem, Dan. I'll see you in a bit.
See you in a bit, my friend.